Peace be with you, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Children of Light. Today we're going to take a walk in nature, and I would like to talk about certain important things about health and staying well. But first, I want to say it's a beautiful day today. It's sunny. The birds are flying around. It's spring here. It's May the 12th, but it's very cold. But at least it's very sunny. The sky is clear, which is very rare. And before we start our walk, I would like to read to you from the Essene Gospel of Peace, the communions with the angels. So I commune on daily basis with the 7 angels of the earthly mother, which are the morning angels. So I'll make another video about the Essenes, separate video, but I just want to briefly touch here in this video that the Essenes have this practice and belief that they commune with the 7 angels of the earthly mother as soon as they wake up in the morning, and then they commune with the 7 angels of the Heavenly Father at night when they go to bed. So angel means messenger, okay? This is not about worshipping angels, absolutely not. It's about immersing yourself with the elements of nature, being in touch with nature. So today is the angel of sun, and it's a very beautiful sunny day. It's very appropriate. So I just want to read the little saying, because every day they have those little sayings to commune with the angels. So I will read you today the saying for the angel of sun before we start our walk. Angel of sun, enter my body and let me bathe in the fire of life, and you will feel the rays of the rising sun enter into the center point of your body. There in the center where the angels of day and night mingle, and the power of sun shall be yours to direct to any part of your body, for the angels dwell therein. So yeah, that just tells you that you should really go out in the sun and, you know, be in touch with nature and sun. It's very important. I will get more into the sun, the importance of sun shortly. But before, I would like to show you a few nests that birds are making here around my house. So there are a few nests that robins are making here under my deck. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what you can see because I'm filming this way. This is an old nest that was made from previous years. I think this is a new one starting now. This is another old one from previous years. Okay. And then there is another nest on under the roof. I'll show you. Okay. So I just have to. There is another robin that is making nest here, and when the birds come, I will make another video about that. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, I'm very new into filming. I'm just starting now and I'm filming with my tablet, so I'm not sure what you can see on the camera. I apologize. It's quite sloppy. But I just hope you can see this nest, which is under the roof of the deck here. It's pretty cool. So I'll get to see the little birdies. Okay, so let's begin our walk in nature. So I'm very fortunate, and I worked very hard for this, to have this nature. I live in the country in northern Ontario, which is about 400 kilometers north of Toronto, and I bought this land and built my house, and so I have lots of land, about 70 acres or so. Anyways, so I'm fortunate to be able to walk on my property, and I have open fields and I have forest. So let's talk about the sun, the importance of sun. So sun is essential for life, as you know. And we modern civilized people are very depleted nowadays from sun because of spending too much indoors. And I don't believe in the BS of what the allopathic medicine teaches about stay away from the sun, it causes cancer and all that. There is a little bit of truth into that, in terms of, yes, use your common sense, don't burn your skin to the point where you start peeling and developing blisters. Of course, that is not a good thing, and that might cause skin cancer. But just regular exposure to sun in the early hours or late evening hours, it's absolutely fine. Adequate exposure, that's what I'm talking. And it also depends where you live. If you live close to the equator, like in the Caribbean and other countries, of course the sun is so much stronger there. So you have to, spend less time and maybe, I don't know, use some protective. I'm against sunscreens, but maybe use some natural, like this white stuff. Forgot the name now. Zinc, yeah, zinc oxide. You can make your own sunscreen with just some kind of a oil, natural oil like coconut or something else, and add the zinc powder and just apply it on your skin. That's a natural sunscreen. But anyways, so we're in Canada, and getting burned here is not very common. It's not easy to burn here unless you stay all day long completely naked in the sun, which is, difficult to do considering how busy we are. But anyways, the sun is not strong here, so it is very important to get sun exposure first thing in the morning when you wake up, depending what time you wake up, but obviously earlier is better. It is recommended to get the very early sun exposure when the sun rises, like the sun rays, that light, that infrared light and some other lights in the morning are crucial to reset our circadian cycles for adequate sleep. But not only that, it is also for normal functioning, hormonal functioning. And there's so many hormones in the body that are released from the glands that we have. So it is very important to get the early sunlight. So within 1 hour of awakening, it is crucial to go out and get sun. And you will say, what if there is no sun? Yes, I know. That is very common here in Canada, Northern Ontario, especially with the chemtrails. They're blocking the sky regularly. Today not. As you can see, we have a clear blue sky. It is gorgeous, but those days are very rare. I see very often the lines, the chemtrail lines on the sky, and they're clouding and blocking the sun. But anyways, I know we can't do much about that, but even if it's cloudy, there is a doctor called Gemma Newman, lady doctor from England. I have her book. It's called Get Well, Stay Well. And she too recommends that even if it's cloudy, go out within 1 hour after awakening and make sure you expose your face and eyes, look at the sky. Preferably, the more skin you expose, the better. Even if there's no sun, there's still radiation from the sun. There's sunlight that is beneficial to strike the skin and the eye retina. Oh, sunglasses. That's another very important thing I want to touch here, because we're brainwashed and we are lied to wear sunglasses, which is very wrong and it's very damaging, because sunglasses are blocking the important sun rays that are supposed to enter the eye retina and produce certain hormones. So no, don't wear sunglasses, please, because you are missing out. You are, depriving your body of important sun rays. The only time I can see where you might need to wear sunglasses is when you're driving and the sun is against you and it's like blinding you, or if you have some kind of a glaze while driving, or you're driving on a snowy day and the sun is shining and it's completely blinding you, then yes, of course, for safety, you probably should wear sunglasses. Sorry. Now, people will say, yeah, but if I don't wear sunglasses, my eyes are tearing and they're very sensitive and I can't see. Yes, I know, because your eyes are conditioned and weakened by the sunglasses. So it'll take some time to expose your eyes on the sunlight without sunglasses, and you will see that you will come very soon, your eyes will get used to it, and then you will be able to go out in a bright sunny day, even on a snowy day with sun, without any sunglasses. Your eyes will not tear, you will not feel blinded, you will not like close your eyes. It happened the same to me. I didn't know. About 6 years ago I found out about sunglasses and I stopped using them. I was the same way. I couldn't go out without sunglasses, not all the time, but on bright sunny day, bright winter snowy day, and so on. But when I stopped using them shortly after, my eyes adjusted, and let me tell you, I had very sensitive eyes before, very, very sensitive. But ever since I stopped wearing glass sunglasses, my eyes are so good now. They changed. They're not sensitive, they're not tearing, they're not burning, and so that'll help. Another important function of the sun is, of course, we know vitamin D, but in order to produce vitamin D, your eyes have to be open, like the sunlight has to come into your eyes. I don't mean staring directly at the sun, I just mean your eyes have to be open and not blocked by sunglasses or not closed, because some people, when they suntan, if you're lying down or sitting down, suntanning, you close your eyes, which is not the best, because in order to produce vitamin D, your eyes have to be open and receive the sun rays. Of course, again, not directly staring at the sun. The only times when it's good to gaze at the sun, it's when the sun is rising, when the sun is red, and when the sun is setting in the red glow. I know that those are good times to look directly in the sun for your eyes. So, of course, vitamin D is very important, but not only vitamin D. Sun exposure plays a role in hormone regulation, appetite regulation. Yes, not getting enough sun can make you gain weight because it does not regulate your appetite. Lack of sun, we know, causes depression, low mood, interference in your sleep, hormonal imbalance, and just overall lack of energy. Not getting enough sun, you're lacking energy. The sun is so important, guys. Please get adequate sun. Go out in nature, walk. Try to expose your skin, if the temperature allows, at least your face. That can be done. And whenever possible, just try to expose your arms, legs, whatever, depending where you are. But the more skin is exposed to the sun, the better. And they say 15-20 minutes. That's not enough. That's very short time. We need to get longer exposures of sun. Okay, so that's about the sun. I might make a separate video one day with more details on the sun and give you some scientific facts. I've heard I have watched many videos with experts on circadian cycle and sun, and I've heard all the science, but now I'm not gonna get into too many details. So now the other important thing is to touch trees, hug trees. Because when you touch the tree, they have certain energy, and you are getting that good energy. So right now I can touch a tree, I can even hug it. See, this is a poplar tree here, and it's hard to hold this tablet, but you see, I am hugging a tree, and even just touching it, you know, being close to a tree within, I forgot the distance. Is it a foot or so? I forgot exactly. But even just walking in the forest, close to the trees is very, very beneficial, you know, touching trees, you know, being close. And that's another way of grounding. Okay, so yeah, grounding. That's very important. I know it's difficult to do, especially if you live in Canada with the cold weather we have, but as much as possible, try to put your feet on the ground. You don't have to necessarily walk, you know, just put your feet on the ground. You can be sitting or standing, and it can be grass, sand, even when you swim in lake, river or sea or ocean, that's grounding. When you hug a tree or touch a tree, okay, when you touch a tree, you're grounding yourself. During the winter, when we cannot put our feet on the ground because it's freezing and there is snow, that's one way of grounding. I ground myself in the winter by touching and hugging trees. So grounding is extremely important, and because I live in a house, I have a copper wire that I have put through my floor. I have drilled a little hole through the floor, and I have run a copper wire into the ground with a metal rod, and I have that wire, I'll show you in another video, I have that wire by my desk, computer desk. So that wire I put into my sock, into my foot to touch my skin. So the idea is the copper to touch your skin, and that's how you're grounding. They also sell those grounding sheets and mats, and I don't know how good they are. I haven't tried them, but I think the best one is to just, if you live in a house, you can drill a hole through the wall or through the floor and just pound it into the ground. I know if you live in an apartment building higher up, you can do that. Maybe you should be looking into some grounding sheets or mats. But yeah, so grounding is very important. Fresh air, of course, you know. Breathing deep, diaphragmatic breathing from your diaphragm. I will make a separate video on that. How to breathe diaphragmatically, because most people nowadays breathe very shallow, meaning from your chest, from the chest here, not from the diaphragm. So that's very important. Just breathe deep when you're in nature, fresh air. Another important thing is nature sounds, birds, if they're birds, you know, when they are. If not, just silence, you know, just immerse yourself into nature serenity, and you know, you don't have to have any sounds. We're so bombarded nowadays with sounds and distractions. And yeah, this is my creek. Wow, it dried out a lot. I'm surprised. It's spring. Anyways, the beavers are making those beaver dams. So yeah, spending quiet time in nature. So right now you can hear the sound of the water here, the running water. That's healing, that's therapeutical, okay? The sound of the running water. See? Yeah. And the sound of the wind, or just silence, complete silence. We need that. That's very healing and therapeutical for your soul, for your spirit, for your mind, to spend some time in quietness and contemplation. You know, you don't have to think about anything. Even if you think about something, that's okay. Just relax. Try to relax while you're walking in nature. So the walks in nature help really to clear the mind and relax. If you're upset about something, if you're stressed, if you are anxious, frustrated, any negative emotions, just taking a walk in nature will tremendously help you to clear out your mind, relax, calm down, and just become more into tune of who you are and yourself, and connect with your soul. So yeah, those things are very important. And what else? Yeah, fresh air, sun, sounds, touching trees, grounding. So yeah, if you are blessed to live by sea or somewhere like a beach area, whether it's a lake or ocean or sea, you're very blessed. But we're not all that blessed. But at least if you have piece of nature nearby, even if you live in a city, try to go to a park or nearby forest. There are some public areas in cities, public forest, where you can go and walk. And please, when you're in nature, try not to look at your phone. Try not to, try to disconnect from your phone temporarily while in nature. That's the whole point. Try to abstain from technology, if as much as possible. But so let me know what you think about that. I'm thinking to make those series of walk with me in nature, where we can talk about some deep stuff, philosophical stuff, or anything you want. So I want this channel to be very interactive with the audience, with people, with everybody. So I would appreciate if you write in the comments any ideas, any subjects, topics that you want us to discuss. Of course, my channel is about spirituality, consciousness, philosophy, could be about art. I also would love to talk about art, the therapeutical aspect of art, about theology, could be religion, but not in the sense of being religious. I'm not anymore. I deconstructed from Christianity, but we can still talk about, how religion relates to us and what does it do, how does it affect us, in this term. So we can talk about many different things, and just life, just purpose of life, health. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm very passionate. Health and nutrition, and relationships, anything pretty much. The stuff about women, certain things about women we can talk. Losing weight, getting in good shape, things like that. Loneliness, isolation, that's another thing we can talk about. Anything you want. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna wrap up for now. I wish you to have a wonderful day wherever you are, no matter what the weather it is. Try to keep that inner light in your soul, in your heart, even if there is no external light, even if it's dark and cloudy where you are. Try to find something that gives you joy, whether it's hobby, something that you're passionate about, or art, or just go and help somebody. Do something about somebody that will fill you and give you satisfaction and fulfillment. Yeah, so that's it for now. dear beautiful souls, be healthy, be happy, keep smiling despite of the dark matrix we live in, and until I see you again, peace.